Hey guys, welcome back. This is Anya. StarMax is a battery supplier in China. We always talk about the lithium-ion battery in this YouTube channel. The lithium-ion battery included the 3.24 lithium iron phosphate battery cell, which is Lifepo4, 3.74 lithium-ion battery NMC cell, 2.34 LTO battery cell, and so on. There are so many friends from all over the world to watch the video from StarMax, and we are very appreciative for that. Some of guys they are asked, why your company not to provide the sodium-ion battery? The sodium-ion battery costs more effective and it is safety, can support the high voltage range, and also can work in different temperature conditions. Why your company still cannot provide it? In this situation, now I ask the factory to build a new sodium-ion battery from the market and to do a testing for you guys for reference. Actually, in China's market, there have so many manufacturers to produce the sodium-ion battery, just like the CATL, EVE, BYD, Zhongke HiNa, and so many brands. But released to market brand is only the Zhongke HiNa, because Zhongke HiNa only to provide sodium-ion battery. For other brands, they all provide the lithium-ion battery. So I asked the factory to build a new cell of the Zhongke HiNa brand, 200 amp hour for you guys reference. Yes, here it is. In my previous video, I also done a theoretical analysis between the sodium-ion battery and the lithium-ion battery. If you are interested in it, you can refer back to the videos to check the details. This compare video we bought 3.25 230 amp hour EVE, 3.25 314 amp hour EVE, and the Zhongke HiNa 200 amp hour for you guys reference. And the video were from the appearance, size, weight, energy density, capacity, and the price. Okay, follow my video to see the details. Let's go. Both three types of cell all have the QR code, and we can use the QR code scan to get each of the QR code content. Let's do from this one. Okay, now you can see this is the EVE power and the manufacture date at 2025. German. This is the detail. Let's to see the EVE 314 amp hour. Okay. Then you will see the manufacture date 2025 and EVE power 314 amp hour. Okay, the final is to scan the sodium. Let's to see how it works. Okay, you can see the manufacturer is the HiNa, Zhongke HiNa, and this is Na. It is wrong. 240 amp hour. 2024. Not sure the real capacity because we bought this one from market, didn't know the details. Here's the details of the three types of battery cells. If you didn't know the market well, can you guess which one is the sodium-ion battery? I believe it is a little hard to identify because they are all similar in the appearance. Blue film, black cover, QR code, anti-explosion valve, electrode, positive, negative. Yes. So it is very hard to tell by the appearance? The answer is this one is the sodium-ion battery 200 Ah, 中科海钠 brand. And this one is the EVE 314 Ah. You can see from appearance, those two cells almost the same size. No matter the height, the thickness, and let's see the length. The length is also almost the same. And let's see this one. This is the EVE 230 Ah. And compared to the sodium-ion battery, it is a more smaller size. As we know, for the EVE 314 Ah, the size is thickness 72 mm, length 173, and height is 204 mm. This is the size of EVE 314 Ah. And for the sodium-ion battery 200 Ah, the size is also thickness 73 mm, length is 174, and height is 204 mm in height. For the EVE 230 Ah, the thickness is 54 mm, length is 173, height is 204 mm in height. So from the those information all from the specification. You can have a detailed look of the specification here. From appearance, then we can know for the similar capacity, the sodium-ion battery have more bigger size than the lithium-ion phosphate battery cell. For the same size, the lithium-ion battery cell contain more capacity. Yes, this is from the appearance conclusion. And the second, let's weight the cell. Okay, first let's weight the sodium-ion battery first. Sodium-ion 200 Ah, the weight is 4.9 kilogram, 4.94. Second is the EVE 314 Ah, the weight is 5.6 kilogram. And the last is the EVE 230 Ah. It is 4.12 kilogram. Okay. The next step, we will use the tester to test the voltage and the internal resistance. You can see the voltage is 2.999 voltage. Internal resistance is 0.23. Let's see the EVE 314 Ah. The voltage is 3.29 voltage. Internal resistance is 0.22. Let's see the EVE 230 Ah voltage 2.35 and the internal resistance is 0.25 milliohm. This is the internal resistance and voltage test. So from above testing of the size, weight, and the QR code, we will know that the 中科海钠 has very lower energy density. It's only 120 watt-hour per kilogram. It is super low. And for the EVE 230 with the EVE 314, the energy density is 179 watt-hour per kilogram. This is really good. And from the size, we will know that the 中科海钠 the size is pretty big. Yes, the size is too big. It is similar like the EVE 314 Ah. We done the capacity test for each type of battery cell. For the 中科海钠 200 Ah, we got is 207 Ah. For the EVE 230 Ah, we got the capacity is 242 Ah. For the EVE 314 Ah, we got the capacity is 332 Ah. So from the capacity, we will know that the EVE brand of lithium-ion phosphate battery cell, the capacity exceed the rated capacity is over 10 Ah. Almost over 10 Ah. But for the 中科海钠, it is only 7 Ah. And also from the QR code, it shocked me and it confused for me that the QR code shows for the 中科海钠, the capacity is 240 Ah. And we buy from the market. The supplier told us that this sodium-ion battery is 200 ampere hour. So which one is correct? No one knows. But I found a point, that is the manufacture date of the cell is 2024. This is the first version. This is the old version of the sodium-ion battery. And my colleague said the Zhongke HiNa have already upgraded the 200 ampere hour to a new version. So the next, I'd like to share with you guys about the specification for old version and the new version. Let's see the details about it. This one is the sodium-ion battery of the old version. It is from the Zhongke HiNa battery. This is the brand, and it released at 2023. It is the first version, and you can see the details of the version. That is the capacity is 200 ampere hour, voltage 3-point voltage as rated. Internal resistance is 0.25. Weight is 5 kilogram, and we just calculate the weight is 4.99 kilogram. This is the size. The voltage range. It has the discharge cut voltage at 2 volts, charge cut voltage 3.95. This is the details of discharge. 1C for the max continuous discharge current, 1C for max discharge current. To my surprise is about the cycle life. You can see there have many cycle life data. The first one is high temperature. The cycle life is 2000. Normal temperature cycle life, they have 3,500 and 4,000. It depends on your discharge current, 0.5 C. And the high rate discharge current, the cycle life will be 1,500. This cell seems not very high cycle life compared to the lithium iron phosphate battery cell. This is the old version to this one. This is the new version specification. You can have a detail. The update is 2025. This is the new battery cell. And you can see the details of the difference. It is 200 ampere hour voltage range, have a more bigger range compared to the previous one. And you can see the size. The very important is the size. The size is almost the same as the EV 230 ampere hour lithium iron phosphate cell. The size is almost the same. And the cycle life, it is more better, 8,000 cycle life. And charge and discharge will be better. Max charge at 3C. Mass discharge is 3C. It improved much compared to the previous one. Okay, finally, that is the price. I believe you guys are very curious about the price of the sodium-ion battery. And there are so many guys in the market that they said the sodium-ion battery will be $10 per kilowatt hour. It is super low, but in the reality of the market, is that true? No. For the sodium-ion battery of the old version 200 ampere hour, we got from the market, it sold USD 25 to 30 USD dollar, this price range, because the different supplier, they sold different price. But for the new version, I asked my colleague to check with the Zhongke HiNa factory directly. The price is super high. The price is double cost than the EV 230 ampere hour. It is super high. Customer cannot accept that such a high price. At first, I asked my colleague to buy a new version of the sodium-ion battery 200 ampere hour for the comparison video to check the details. But the Zhongke HiNa still didn't release the new version to the market, so we cannot buy it. Maybe in the future video, I will upgrade the new version and the old version of sodium-ion battery for you guys' reference. In this evaluation, we compared a sodium-ion battery of 200 Ah with two types of lithium iron phosphate battery, Lifepo4, 314 Ah with the 230 Ah. From an energy density perspective, the sodium-ion battery currently is appropriate 120 watt-hour per kilogram, while the Lifepo battery it can reach 179 or 180 watt-hour per kilogram. It is evident that the sodium-ion battery still falls significantly behind the lithium iron phosphate battery in energy density. For automotive electric vehicle applications, where space and the weight are critical, sodium-ion battery would require more physical volume to achieve the same energy capacity, making them currently unsuitable for electric vehicle use. From a cost standpoint, the current price of this particular sodium-ion battery 200 Ah is around $25 to $30, which is roughly on par with the grade B of lithium iron phosphate battery cell of the same capacity, offering no clear cost difference advantage at this time. It is worth noting that sodium-ion battery technology is rapidly evolving. The next generation, the new generation 200 Ah sodium-ion battery has already achieved the energy density of 157 watt-hour per kilogram. However, according to HiNa projection for 2025 of this new version of the sodium-ion battery, the grade A sodium-ion battery are expected to cost twice as much as lithium iron phosphate battery. At the current market conditions, this price point remains difficult for widespread acceptance. Regarding whether StarMax Energy offers sodium-ion batteries, the answer at this time is no. While sodium-ion battery represent a promising direction for the renewable energy sector and continue a mature technologically, they currently facing challenges such as high cost, unstable supply chains, and rapidly technological iteration. If deployed now, any future after-sales service issue would be difficult to resolve due to the potential discontinuation of older battery modules as technology advances. Therefore, now is not the optimal time for adoption. If your application is automotive related, such as the electric vehicle, electric motorcycle, electric bike, sodium-ion batteries are not currently recommended. Lithium-ion battery, which now can exceed 300 watt-hour per kilogram in energy density, are far superior compared to sodium-ion battery appropriate the new version of 150 watt-hour per kilogram, representing a substantial difference in performance. For energy storage systems, lithium iron phosphate batteries are still hold advantages in cost, stability, and long-term maintenance over sodium-ion battery alternative. Considering current technology maturity, economic feasibility, and supply chain reliability, we still recommend the lithium iron phosphate battery solutions at this stage. Finally, ladies still have many friends and leave us message to talk about the CATL new version of sodium-ion battery. They asked how is it now? I asked my colleague to check the market, and this is still in the conception stage for this new version of the sodium-ion battery from CATL. Maybe next year they'll have the sample released out. We will do a comparison video for you guys' reference. Okay, thank you for you guys watching the video and see you next time. Bye bye.